a great alpha flight. Go in.
Welcome back to the channel. We're in Kansas City, Missouri, going to Waterworks Park. I've heard great things about this course, so I wanted to check it out. Ironman par 54. UDisc says it's around 5,000 feet, but we're starting here at hole 1, par 3, 319 feet. This one has 2 baskets. I played the long because I couldn't see the shorter one. Each hole has multiple basket locations, but only 1 basket, except for this one has 2. But they have really good tee signs here, so some of these screenshots I have of the hole distances are going to be a little off. I'm starting here with an instinct, just trying to keep it high up on the hill and make it across this gully. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Here at Waterworks Park in Kansas City. There was a line forming at the first tee, and sunset's in like 2 hours, so instead of doing a look down the first fairway, which I'm walking downhill, there's an insane amount of elevation change. I knew that, but watching that old Central Coast footage with Champs versus Chumps, it doesn't look nearly this hilly. This is crazy. Sorry, I'm holding the camera so close. But yeah, I'm here for work. So I got my tripod, got my DD sniper sling bag, and we're making it happen. Try and do shot for shot on this one since it's just me. Trying to power through this course quickly. Hopefully I can beat the sunlight and not have to use my glow discs. Okay, I found my shot pretty much directly uphill from the basket, so not a bad place to be. I'm just gonna kind of lay up with the razor claw tooth or something kind of gentle and floaty. There was a bug in my disc that I accidentally squashed, so I was trying to get it off. It was real sticky. Just trying not to sail it. This hill really is, you can kind of tell in this shot, but the elevation here is, I would say, borderline extreme for just a park course. You know, it's not a wooded mountain course or anything, but lots of ups and downs. This is one of the only Mach 3s on the course. The rest of them are the DGA Mach X's. Starting off with a 3, felt good on that hole for sure. Hole 2, par 3. This one's not 303 feet. It's a little longer for sure. Definitely plays a lot longer because it's uphill. I'm throwing the new Color Glow Anthony Barella T-Bird 3, putting on a little ante. Give it some extra distance before it hyzers out. Came up a little shorter than I wanted. So that's looking past hole 1's basket up to hole 1. Hole 2's basket, I'm guessing, is up to the left. But this place has so much elevation change for park golf. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. So I can't quite see the basket from where I'm at, but I have a pretty good idea where it was. Some of the coverage with AJ Risley commentating, it's in the same position, so I kind of knew where to just float one up to. Didn't put quite enough on it, left myself. T-Bird 3. Left myself, you know, maybe 25 back a circle 1 inside the circle, but back a circle 1. But felt good to start with a solid putt. Up next, hole 3, par 3, around 300 feet. Straight ahead on this little path. I know the edge will properties on the left, so I played something wide to the right, trying not to get a bunch of skips. Luckily it's not too long of a hole, so I'm going to throw my Bobcat here and try and play something safe, because it is mostly downhill. But this has a deeper pin position that's back to the right. Up that path, that would definitely be challenging for an amateur. It's coming in a little high. Got a nice tree kick and dropped.
For real though, this course is epic. I almost didn't come here because people are like, oh, it's old school. Oh, you want to play the new stuff? No, this course is beautiful. This course is beautiful.
So you see what I mean? It just slopes off to the left there pretty drastically. So anything with a wider rim could definitely skip a lot. I mean, even my Bobcat, 5-speed mid-range, if that didn't catch that tree, I would have been 45 feet out. Hole 4, par 3, 236 feet. That sounds right. Maybe 250. Yeah, I think that 236 is the short. 250 is the medium position in the middle of the peace sign. Throw in Holly Finley, Color Glow, Mako 3. It's new, but still really flippy. Eyes are flipping something down.
So this is the famous peace hole. Tight tunnel. Still a fair amount of foliage up, but it's changing beautifully. Simon, if you ever watch this, those are orange and brown and yellow and gold, and those are green. If you know, you know, I guess. There's a little building with the turtles, and I'm short right somewhere. Oh, nope, I thought through. I'm putting. Holly Finley, Mako 3. End of a glow plastic. That's all I can get.
I definitely thought I yanked it. Who knows, maybe it could have cut rolled and gotten out of the junk, but it does open up a little bit on the right after you clear the tunnel, so maybe I played it almost perfect, but that tree is kind of in my preferred hyzer putt, so I'm having to straddle out and don't get my legs into it enough. But that's alright. Par's not bad, especially playing this course blind. I'll take it. And this is that cool little building that's just past the green for hole 4, Terrapin Station.
Shout out to their creative and unique T signs. So even if this logo disappears, you still know what hole you're on.
Speaking of hole 5, par 3, 305 feet. This one's in the deep position, so it's quite a bit longer than that. Throwing that T-Bird 3 again. Playing it wide right, and I just throw it nose up. Not a good throw at all, but a drop.
What's that?
Can't complain. Too much. After I figured out what I was going to do, I had every intention of throwing left-hand backhand approach here. Seemed to open that shot a little more and work towards the basket, but I ended up deciding to throw right-hand forehand, go a little more touch. And I believe that white pole that's right over my shoulder, that collar, I believe that's the 340-something foot pin, and then it's currently in the deeper one, which is around 4 something. Hole 6, par 3, 251 feet. That sounds accurate. It's just straight ahead at that grove of trees that's right where the fairway's pointing. Throwing my kind of beat-in instinct, and honestly I yank it, but got lucky through those trees on the right and hyzered out just on the edge of the green.
Could be mine.
I'm starting to catch up to the card in front of me. We both have discs in the same area. That's what we're talking about here. I was left with a weird putt here. Side hill lie, which isn't my strong suit. And then I had some bush branches in front of me. I could either throw like a stabby spin putt or a lofty push putt. I choose to go high and just short it a little bit. Another birdie putt left on the table. Hole 7, par 3, 250 feet. That could be the right distance for this one. They're putting out there. Left them in just so you can see the basket. It's the only thing I don't like about these mock X's is they're hard to see. Throwing that instinct again, and just a little high. Straight. I didn't yank it, but a little high. Caught that branch. Settled straight down though, so can't complain. Yeah, lots of up and down here. Left my tripod on the flat spot at the bottom so it wouldn't fall over, but the basket's well above my head. Another shorted birdie putt, but lefty putt. No look.
It was a foot fault, but I was here to second it. Too bad.
Hole 8, par 3, 235 feet.
I have a feeling I should go flippy, but
It's nice, fairly open. There are a couple of Mandos in play. One that my head is blocking right now. Got to play to the right of it. And then there's another one pretty far to the right that you got to play left of, so I'm throwing Razor Claw 2, just kind of babying it.
Thought I got around it.
Definitely thought I had that tree beat. But maybe that was a good thing. Could have gone long. I found out later this is what they call getting waterworked, similar to getting daylawed. I was able to set my tripod up in this kind of precarious spot just to show you how much of a hill some of the stuff is on. I definitely should have done this differently though, because chaining out on the right side was definitely in my mind, and I kind of psyched myself out here. Shorted it weak side. So I've been 1 under par up to this point, but put myself back at even there. Hole 9, par 3, 292 feet. That seems accurate because I'm going with my Bobcat again here. It's kind of just up towards the sidewalk there, past that tree with the vertical stripe, and I don't know how I released it so early. That was rough. So the basket's up towards the sidewalk, past that tree with the vertical stripe missing on its bark. I'm just going to approach here with my Razor Claw 2. And I fluffed it. Threw it like it was my beat-in zone. But it's a new Razor Claw, so of course it hyzered out early. This is one of the safer greens on the course. It does have OB behind, but it's kind of in a bowl, which I'll find out later in the round. That's kind of a treat. So missed my par putt. Back-to-back holes, so now I'm over par going into the back 9. But playing it blind, can't complain too much. I'm playing disc golf on a work trip. Hole 10, par 3, 235. I think looking at the tee sign, I think this position's a little deeper. They're walking directly away from it. I'm throwing reactor here on a little bit of Annie. And I really get on top of it, and it matches that hillside. And that's pretty much in 8's fairway. Luckily I found it. I was kind of worried since it's not pink, or it's not any color really. I was worried it was lost under some leaves because they're all starting to fall now. But I think this wood pile saved it. So another approach shot with the tactic. Made a correction on that one. Had a tap in 3. Hole 11, par 3, 247 feet.
Well, thanks for letting me play through. I haven't minded too much because like that last one, I couldn't see the basket. I was like, where are they playing there?
Is it a Razor Claw 2? Hey,
It
he
is.
feels a mint disc.
Dude, I'm obsessed with mint.
Dude.
All mint.
No. You're talking to the
right
Yeah,
man.
literally that's all. Heck yeah. You thrown any of the new alphas yet?
I haven't got one. I was looking forward to them, and then the whole shot fire happened.
Mm-hmm. I got like 10 of them because they sponsored the VPO, which is my
Nice.
home tournament from Texas.
Hell yeah.
And the fire happened, and I went back to the pro shop and was like,
So did you get one of the taxi stamped ones?
I did, yeah. I got a stock stamp with the taxi.
I want that taxi stamp.
It's cool. It's blue, so I'll probably never throw it because easy to find. But
Oh yeah.
that one's new.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
get another throw if you want.
It's
If you
pretty
need more.
beefy.
I'm gonna say we're standing here.
Yeah, launched like
No.
Yes, my Bobcat hyzered out a little early. My beat-in first run Bobcat probably would have been perfect, but can't complain. Inside the circle again, looking at a birdie putt. I got my height right, my distance right. It was just left side. It barely caught chains. If it would have been on the pole, it would have been a 2. Hole 12, par 3, 306 feet. Low ceiling. It could be a little further than 306 feet, but it's definitely a low ceiling, so I went with that T-Bird 3 again. Put it on Annie right through this row of trees.
Yeah.
Stayed inside the sidewalk, luckily. And yeah, these guys I carted up with, I believe it was Dave, Sean, and Caleb. I'm thinking they were super fun. Invited me to join their doubles card after one guy had to tap out after the front 9. And Caleb here is also a huge fan of mint discs. He threw his jackalope up to there. And Sean, I think his name's Sean, I'm sorry if it's not. Super nice guy, fun to play doubles with. He's putting with P2s, rocking the Gronk jersey. So yeah, my T-Bird 3 ended up making it pin high. Just kind of turned it over a little bit. Yeah, that's a layup. That was a layup. I didn't want to kick something and stand up and roll down that hill. Hole 13, par 3, 289 feet. I think that is right. It's just straight ahead between the wall of trees on the right and that first tree left of the woods.
Any way to cut between the trees?
Yep, yep. There's holes.
I did it yesterday and I parked it right under it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's just one of those shots.
See? Yeah, that one.
Thanks.
That was a Glow Mako 3. One of those new Holly Finley.
That's just one of those shots that I will think about for a while because everything came together. I picked the line, picked the gap, picked the disc, and it all worked out. Nose angle, wing angle, speed, power. And that's what we play disc golf for, is for moments like that. Making the big birdie putt uphill. definitely doesn't hurt. Hole 14, par 3. It's pin position's almost 400 feet, and this is, I think, the crown jewel of this course. They even pointed out to like stop and soak in the view, but man, it's gorgeous. Looking out towards Kansas City. Shot. Needed a little less nose up or a little more turnover, or both.
I threw it the other day. How you were, except on this side, and then I absolutely
Ended up about 18 feet short left with this low-hanging, big leafy branch in the way. Second guy's always better. See if Sean can save us here. Hole 15, par 3, 242 feet. That sounds accurate. It's to the right of that forked tree up ahead. These fall colors are just gorgeous. Season change was in full effect up in Kansas City. It was a nice treat. We don't really get too much of that down in Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Any of them three trees right there. Yeah. Not this one.
That's the only one.
That tree.
You're so shiny. What's that? I barely thrown it. Thrown it maybe like 5-7 times.
I believe Caleb's going with his jackalope here. Yeah.
That'll work. That's an easy 3 day. That'll do.
I think that's what Sean is throwing as well. Going tactic. Shout out to whoever was operating the zoom. That's funny. I'm not sure what Dave was throwing.
Well, I got times go straight.
Yeah, this is where they told me what getting waterworked was, because there's a lot of exposed roots and rocks on this hill, and it is a massive hill down across 16's fairway to the road. I could definitely see, especially maybe in the summer or whatever their drier season is. Another birdie putt. Airball just a little short. Hole 16, par 3, 294 feet. This one actually might even be a little shorter than what that says, but it's close enough. Gonna go Bobcat.
Do you guys have a bird? No, we're one under it. We are? I don't know. We are. I've just been throwing.
So, we pick up from where.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
From where we left off, you got +3.
That sucks.
There was a run there. When we
Again, just shout out to these awesome tee signs. I like the numbers a lot. I like all the pin positions. I don't know if these maps are new, so that's why they look so good, or if they're just preserved well or sealed up well inside of those cases, but Really good maps. I like that a lot. Because it looks like this course hasn't been converted to the smart layout yet on UDisc, so being able to see the basket and then reference the map and kind of judge the distance based on that helps a lot. And Caleb here's throwing a longhorn. He had a bunch of these in his bag with different stabilities. Throwing some nice flex lines with them. We thought this was going in for sure. It skipped above those rocks. Yeah, he's pumped. Yeah, it was a great shot from him. I was so stoked to make that putt. That was going OB downhill if I missed. Hole 17, par 3. This one's definitely not mapped in the correct position. This one's in the A position, which is closer to the road. You see, like in the Champs versus Chumps videos, you'll see him trying to flare skip off of the road, kind of where that SUV is right about now. Going instinct. Caleb loved it. I was psyched. Yeah, things getting just beaten enough where I can yank it over on those like long turnovers, and it matched this hill perfectly. I was pretty stoked. Luckily, I pushed far enough forward that I didn't go into the road. It was very close. Nice smooth hyzer angle here. Great position. I think this pink disc is a sword. He's been throwing that a lot. He likes his west side discs. He's telling me Caleb got him throwing a couple of mints, but he is all west side. Should have asked him if he had thrown an adder yet. I think this is one of those werewolf alphas. Really beat in, or maybe lighter weight. That might have been a longhorn. So yeah, I barely squeaked back inbounds. Sean's up there by the basket. And here's where I forgot that we were playing doubles, because I was all excited about my ace run, but super nice guy. He didn't say a peep. He probably could have birdied it, but I messed up and played my lie, so that was that. And then I picked up. Totally brain farted. Hole 17, sun's coming down. Just totally forgot. But a super nice guy. Definitely would play with this group again. They're fun. And it's nice of them to show me the lines, welcome me to their home course, talk about disc golf. It was a good time. Hole 18, par 3, coming in under 200 feet. And I'm not going to lie, the putter turnover shot with the wall of trees protecting it suckered me in hard. I should have... The tee pad is pointing straight up the hill. So this is not the position this tee pad was poured for, but yeah, those sucker gaps got me. And they made it look so attainable. Yeah, that was a great throw. I think this is his third round of the day.
tell you, said this one is so slick, and this one feels rugged. Ooh.
He seriously missed that tree by like less than an inch. That was sweet. I'm going bullet here. My 167 Eternal Bullet. I was worried about turning it over too much, so I threw it too straight. Kicked OB into the road. Yeah, I should have thrown Bobcat kind of up the hill, high nose, stall angle. I could have probably parked it if I didn't hit a tree. Then I went forehand tactic, rolled my wrist over. But finished out with a 4, which brought me back to even. Couldn't have had a better time on this course. It's super fun. I look forward to maybe playing it again someday. And stay tuned after my sign out clip and see a couple of fun things that happened during the round that didn't make the rest of the video.
Alright, sunsetting here after our round at Waterworks in Kansas City. This course is awesome. A lot of birdie or die holes that I missed a lot of birdies, a lot of birdie putts, a lot of uphill putts, a lot of side hill putts if you're not parked. I had plenty of putts inside the circle that I just shorted it, either because I was scared of the death putt or didn't get my legs enough into the uphill putts, but super fun course. After the front 9, carted up with some locals. One of their guys was tagging out of double, so I tagged in, took a spot, and threw my Bobcat. And this guy Caleb, he geeked out because he's a total mint head. He's addicted to mint, just like me. So he has a full mint bag. So it's super fun playing the back 9 with those guys, and they showed me some of the lines. I had more birdies on the back 9, but wasn't enough to mess up a couple of my mistakes I made on the front 9. But super fun course. Couldn't recommend it enough. They did have a couple other courses they recommended in the area. If I had more time, but I don't, I fly out in the morning. But Waterworks, I'd keep it at the top of the list. Super fun course. I just played with a minimal bag. I brought my putting bullet. I brought a Razor Claw 2. Brought my throwing bullet. Brought a AB T-Bird 3, which I didn't, I threw it a fair amount. Bobcat, which worked a lot because a lot of these side hills you'd hyzer in. Holly Finley Mako 3. I had a couple of sweet park jobs with Fat Disc. Instinct, this is kind of my seasoned in one that is starting to almost fly like a jackalope, like it wants to just work right flat. That was a good one to have. I should have also had a new one, that would have been nice. Maybe instead of that AB T-Bird, a new Instinct would have been good. And then a couple of holes I got to throw that. Actually, I think I only threw this once. Glow Longhorn on hole 14. Downhill, almost 400 feet. Hole, almost parked it, but some tree branches were blocking my putt, so. And then Glow Reactor. This was kind of just a contingency plan if it got too dark to throw the Bobcat. This was in there, but we made it before the sun went down. So just with a slim, easy to pack bag in my luggage, got my water bottle, got a Sharpie, had my towel hanging on there. I was able to put this in my checked bag and have a fun experience playing at Waterworks Park in Kansas City, Missouri. Thanks for watching. Check out the other videos. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for what's coming next from the channel. See you out there.
So real quick, the guy ended up tapping in for through an overhand putt, like a laser beam. Here it is again. Sick. Thanks for watching.